Approximately 670,000 dogs are euthanized. Most of the time, these are older dogs who will have spent their entire lives in a kennel. These statistics are upsetting, and learning that the majority of these dogs were seniors who never had a proper home broke my heart. Hi, I'm Sophia Small, and I've always loved animals, loved animal shelters, and loved volunteering for animal shelters. But I couldn't understand why older dogs were less adoptable than the younger ones. Why were they less appealing? And why were the rates of death so much higher? These were the questions that fueled my research and fueled my project. I decided that for the next 3.5 months, I would work with my 5-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog named Duke and try to train him. I wanted to prove that no matter the age of a dog, the breed, or the background, they can still have fun, learn tricks, and be successful at it. The only issue was I'm not a dog trainer, and I knew that the tasks ahead would be difficult. So I decided to speak with my older sister who lives in New York. When she's not at her day job, she trains and works with dogs of all ages from all backgrounds. She helped me figure out the logistics of my project and helped me get started. I was able to set up a basic training program, which eventually evolved into a more sophisticated one. I got to work and I set out for success. I decided to work with Duke for a minimum of 4 days a week, 15 minutes a day, at least. He's always been well behaved and he would never hurt a fly, but he's never been properly trained. I basically had a blank slate to work with, which actually made the entire process a lot easier. Each day, I would bring him into my living room and I would begin to work with him. I had treats to help guide and I tried my best to be patient. And he actually picked up tricks relatively quickly, but I knew that the most important part would be whether or not he remembered them in the days to come. I tracked his progress with journal entries, an example of which can be seen here. I went over what tricks we did, what treats I used, and how he responded to the new information that he was given. As I said, he picked up these tricks relatively quickly. Stay, come, shake, and speak were all second nature to Duke. It wasn't all easy though. I definitely faced a few setbacks. I struggled to balance my 8-hour work shifts and training times. Certain tricks were hard, and most days Duke did not want to train. He's a very lazy dog. Nevertheless, I continued to work around any issues I had. The most difficult issue came when teaching Duke how to catch. I would have him sit, and I would take a treat, throw it up in the air, and try and have him catch it. I tried every which way, but for some reason, he couldn't grasp it. Instead of getting rid of that trick and not trying it, I focused on what I could do to make it easier for Duke. What could I do to make catching a treat easier? I was using tiny treats at the time, and I figured that it might be easier for him to catch a bigger one, something that he could see easier. I was right. Instead of giving up, I took a deep breath and I found a new approach. That was the key to the success of my project. I knew that if I got stressed or if I was frustrated, he would be too, making it harder to work with Duke. So I continued through any hardships and faced my challenges head on. I began to teach Duke more complicated tricks, like the bathroom signal. I had him train for days to learn how to tap on the glass to signal that he needed to go out. And now he does it on his own. If he needs to use the bathroom, he'll tap on the glass. I participated in the SPCA Walk for the Animals, and I got closer to Duke, forming a bond tighter than one we had before. Throughout all this, Duke was able to learn an average of 2.3 tricks a month. And that may seem small, but it proved that no matter the age, they can still be taught and trained and retain the information. So then why were older dogs less likely to be adopted? They can both be taught tricks, they can both be trained. I dove into researching why. I listened to podcasts, I read ebooks, and I did extensive research on why they were less adoptable. And sadly, there wasn't one concise answer. In fact, there weren't even really any valid reasons as to why. Many articles spoke about how there's a negative connotation around older animals simply because they're old. People believe that because they're senior dogs, they won't be able to be as fun or as lively. But Duke was. And I just know that that isn't the rare exception. I know it wasn't just luck. It just took a little extra time and a little extra work. In conclusion, senior dogs are being put down at an alarming rate when they still have so much to offer. Often overlooked, they're the ones who will spend their entire lives in a kennel and never get a forever home. I was able to prove through my project that no matter the age, breed, or background, they can still learn tricks and have fun. Dogs may be a small part of our lives, but to them, we're their entire lives. So I'll leave you all with this. The next time you go to a shelter or your family talks about adopting a new dog, please consider a senior. They still have so much love left to give. It will change your life, and it will definitely change their dog's life. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Nice job, Sophia. Guys, what questions do you have for Sophia about her project?
I got one. So, what was the most complex trick you trained your dog to do, and then how long did it take to train them to do that?
So it was actually the one that I kind of mentioned in the project. It was the bathroom signal. It's kind of hard to like explain, but I did it for like months. Basically, I would take him. I have like a glass sliding door that lets out to where he uses the bathroom. And I would bring him over there, take his paw, tap it on the door, and then I would let him out to use the bathroom. And I did that for days and days and eventually like months to show him that like you tap the door, you go out. So now he literally does it just when he needs to go out. He'll tap and I'll let him go. So that was definitely, it took a lot of time. So I don't know, maybe not complex, but it was definitely took a lot of time.
I also have a question. What was your favorite skill to teach your dog?
Ooh, okay. I also mentioned this one in the project, but it was the catch one because the last time I took him to the vets were like, here, can he catch? And it just like hit him in the nose. And I was like, oh my God, is my dog stupid? I was like, oh my God. So having him learn that and now like being able to like catch it, like I almost want to like take him back to the vet and be like, yeah, he can catch. So that was probably like my favorite.
Nice job, Sophia. That was an awesome project. Thank you for sharing. Alex, are you